Hey, good morning. How you doing? Chris Rod, Sun City Lawn Care. Today we're going to be talking about how to make compost. Easy way to make compost. I'm at a client's property actually, and you can see we've got massive amount of trees. They're huge too. Everything from non-bearing plum trees. We've got Texas oaks, and as you guys can see, the leaves are down. But all I'm simply doing is I'm going to be bagging. I'm mowing right now. I went ahead and blew off all the debris from the rock bed areas back onto the lawn. We are mulching and bagging so that when I get back to the office, my house, I can go ahead and show you the next step to creating your own compost bin and getting some of that organic material ready for next year for the springtime, so we can go ahead and refurbish some of our garden beds. But if you guys got a little bit of leaf debris in your lawns like this, chop them up. If you don't have a compost bin, just run the mower over them, chop them, mulch them. Okay, what that's going to do is going to put some organic material back into the soil system, which is what you want anyways. All right, we're back at the house, the office, and this is my compost bin. I basically have 2 pallet systems set up. I really should set up a third one because I have so much debris, but I compost everything, guys. I compost grass, leaves, weeds, branches, you name it, I pretty much compost it. I don't leave anything else out. The only thing that I do make sure, because what I like to practice is organic gardening, is utilizing debris from my own clients, because I know that they're on my own organic lawn care program. So I brought some debris back from a client earlier yesterday. I started this video yesterday, but we're back at the house, and as you can see, I've got literally everything in here, from tea bags, I got eggshells, orange peels. We go ahead and throw pretty much all the compost or you know, the home debris in here, the food scraps I should say. So this is actually that bag that I had yesterday when I was, oh man, you know what, let's do this. Let me bring you over here real quick. We're gonna take a couple temperatures before I just dump this out here. But this is actually one of my piles here, and as you can see, it's a lot of grass clippings. I've got leaf debris in here. Not a lot of it's actually broken up. I haven't ran this through the shredder we have, but look at that, guys, right there. We're pushing 140 degrees, okay? And that's what we want when we're actually doing this composting procedure. We want a high temperature. That way we know that this material is breaking down. We're going into the winter here, and we definitely want that warmer temperature as well. So this one hasn't been as hot this week. You know, I actually flipped this half of this stack over to there, just to, you know, I rotate once a week, okay? I go back and forth. Every other week, I'll, you know, whatever debris is over here, I'll move over there, and then I'll go back and forth until we get less and less debris. What I did do this past weekend, though, is I added this cardboard material in here. This is the first time I've actually kind of, I guess you would say, insulated. I'm just trying to lock in a little bit of that heat inside of the compost bin. And, you know, over here, we're pushing 110. That's been pretty consistent as of this week, and that's what we're looking for. So anytime I get some debris from a client's property, or even my own backyard, from the leaves at my neighbors that blow into my own yard, or even that blow into the pool, once I skim it all out, I dump everything in here. And again, I'm not shy with it. I really do. This is the last temperature I wanted to take real quick before I empty this. I really do dump everything in here. Oh, it even smells very organic and fresh. So inside this little leaf bag here, we're pushing 85 degrees, pushing 86 degrees right in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's another way of doing it. Just leave the debris in the bags, poke a couple holes in it, wet it every now and again. And this leaf mold, this isn't pure leaves, so this has got grass clipping, so it's not 100% leaf mold. But this will decompose over time. It's almost pushing 90 degrees, as a matter of fact. It gets hot. Leave it in there long enough, it'll decompose. But inside here, this is how I like to utilize a little space at the house and make my own organic soil, because I use this stuff in the spring or in the fall to repurpose my garden beds. Instead of going to buy bags and bags of soil at the big box stores or ordering it online, like, oh man, it's so warm. Or ordering some more Pro Mix, I just make my own soil. You know, I try to be as organic as possible. And that's it, guys. I leave it alone. I may wet it right now just to give it some compaction, a little bit of moisture, wet it down. That's it. I just wanted to show you guys my compost process. So again, I rotate. As you can see, the color variation, the darker top half versus the lower, it's not as dark because that's where a lot of that moisture is being retained. But give it a week. If I don't see a good 120, 130 degree on the Fahrenheit, on the temperature range, I'll rotate. I'll soak it down, and then I'll flip everything back over to this side. And as a matter of fact, now that I'm looking at this, just from this past week, this was filled up to the brim. And we gave it a good dousing, and it's just how fast this material decomposes. It's resided a good 8 inches within a couple days. It's a fast process if you're rotating, okay? Now, what I also like to practice going into the winter, or as much as possible, is minimizing the rotation of the material, okay? Which is why I wish I had a third bin, and I'll probably build one going into the new year, or if I happen to get more leaf debris this year from my lawn clients, I'll build a third one just so I have room to go ahead and start decomposing some more material, again, going into the new year. That way I've got some good, healthy, organic soil to add to all my organic garden beds. And just to give you a quick example, last year, and this is the first time I'm talking about this, last year, we filled up both those bins all the way to the brim. And I should start back 2 years ago. August 2 years ago, we gave it a full year of adding material, food scraps, leaf debris, grass clippings, and I kept stacking it, and I kept rotating it. I maintained temp at anywhere from 120 to 140 degrees. We went throughout the entire winter. 2021, we kept rotating and keeping the moisture level right. And you saw that big thermometer I have, that really helped out. And we just kept adding material. 2021, August, September timeframe, I was able, because all the material had broken down. Both the bins were entirely full when we started, and after a full year of decomposition, we ended up with, I'd say, about 1 full bin of decomposed material, soil, fresh organic soil, where I was able to fill up my entire garden bed. And when I say entire, let's talk square footage. I've got 40 square feet this way. I've got 60, this is 60 square feet over here. And then I've got another 40 square feet in the far back area that way. We were able to raise the soil level a good 6 inches. That could have easily cost me $200–300 buying fresh soil from the big box store. And it took some time. Yeah, it was a year-long's worth of process, but was it worth it? Absolutely, because I was able to build my own soil, raise my garden beds. I've been trying to raise them because you got to remember that soil breaks down over time, and it subsides. It lowers and lowers. So you got to keep adding material to keep that level that you want. But we're in the process of making sure everything's 100% organic, and that we keep refurbishing every spring and every fall with new, healthy, organic soil. This is my process, okay? Simple material, leaf debris with some grass clippings. I like to implement a 50-50 ratio. 50-50 green, or 50% green, 50% brown. And what I have found here in El Paso, because we're not very humid at all. During the winter or the rainy season, we can get it up to 30%, 40% here and there. but we don't get a lot of snow either, so humidity level is minimal. So moisture level is the key. That's what I have found. When I let this stuff dry out, that 120, 140 temperature range drops drastically. So I'll have to soak it, flip it, and then re-soak it and just maintain that moisture level. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into some watering right here. But again, if you got any questions or comments, leave me a comment below. Always don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, guys. Ciao.